Hey gamers, today I want to talk about playing my current favorite game, Titanfall 2, with Gaimglass. The Gaimglass is a new device that I developed. I didn't develop it playing Titanfall 2. I actually came up with the idea of playing Far Cry 3, which, like Titanfall 2, didn't really have great visibility on the crosshair, which is generally white and fades away or vanishes on reloading and sprinting. So in most cases, it doesn't affect me too much, but in some corner cases or edge cases, it's hard for me to reacquire my crosshairs and make a quick shot when I'm, scanning from left to right or moving very, very fast or looking at a bright surface or a light sky or a white sky, looking in smoke, those sorts of things. So the device has greatly helped me. It helps me in Titanfall 2. It really helped me in Far Cry. And I wanted to just speak a little bit about it today and kind of my experience with it and playing with it. I got into it because I used to put stickers, or actually more specifically little post-it notes, on my monitor while I played. I would cut the little triangle out of the sticky part of the post-it note, and then I'd have a little triangle. And that was highly effective, although it wasn't perfect. I still could not get that advantage in dark situations or areas of the map where it was very dark. So when you're kind of in a cave or in a room, it didn't matter what color your sticker was, or a marker, or what have you, or blue tag. It wasn't very effective. So I came up with this kind of ridiculous idea of putting this acrylic piece and shining LEDs through it and etching an aim point on it. And as soon as I did that, I realized how effective it was. It just worked so well that it sort of, once the prototype came into fruition, I decided I needed to make a product out of this and share it with more gamers. The other interesting thing that happened is I realized that it kind of made the game more cool. It felt different. It was tangible. It floated in front of the monitor. It was 3D. It had contrast. It wasn't pixels. It looked so different but so distinctive that it made my weapons feel more powerful. Although it was psychological, it really had a positive psychological effect on my gameplay. So I didn't want to ever play without it, especially in games like Titanfall or Far Cry or Battlefield, PUBG, even Counter-Strike, for example. The games where you might ordinarily think it's good enough until you actually try it with a Gaimglass device. You realize, oh, I'm aiming better, and I'm aiming better in more situations. And I think that's a lot of the feedback I get is, oh, I didn't realize how good it would actually work. And that was really the experience thing that Gaimglass brought to the table that was different, and it was very unique from just something else. Even if you compare it to monitor overlays, which typically are just crosshairs, they're not an aim point. You want to stay away from overlays that are crosshairs. They typically impede with the game. They're big, they're bulky, they're pixelated, they're not anti-aliased. So they're kind of clunky, and if you can find a monitor that has just an aim point, that's better. Although if you upgrade to Gaimglass, it's substantially better. It just looks cooler, it feels cooler, it becomes something that's just flat blitted on the screen that doesn't feel like part of the game, to this 3D projected thing that actually really blends well with the game. It's got this sort of tangible feel to it. So I highly recommend giving it a try if you're at all curious about improving your acquisition time, or rather decreasing your acquisition time to firing. I think it works well for very good gamers that are just interested in shaving a few milliseconds off your score. And it could work well for casual gamers just looking for a little bit of an edge or an advantage to kind of like get better. So please check it out at gaimglass.com. And if you want to just come and join our Discord server, I'm there pretty much every day. And I try to play Titanfall at least once a day, and I'm down to play with anybody. If you want to play another game, ping me, and I probably have the game already, so we can play that too. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.